is your First Alert 5 weather with Sam Schreier.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm looking outside to a much different picture than when I drove in this morning. When I drove in, it was about 2 in the morning, and Woodman had not been touched, or at least from what I could tell. Me and a couple other cars had pushed the snow around. I-25 is a little bit better. The plows try to hit the big stuff as big as they can, but it's just actively falling. And behind it, got a couple people walking at the Riverwalk. In the Riverwalk, the snow's collected, but the pavement is now showing. Trinidad's looking good. Canyon City, we've melted down some of that snowfall, and actually Tejon, which was covered in snow, now good, other than pockets around the sidewalks, of course. This is a little bigger look, but I'm going to jump into a different view. This is Colorado Springs being at 34 degrees. We're about the same down into Pueblo. It's not a whole lot different there. Looking at those temperatures, you're going to see that we're about 36. So again, we feel good as far as those temperatures go. When we broaden this out through the region into the mountains, still a little bit cooler, especially by Rye. The wet mountains grabbing some more snow. I didn't get a snow report from there, but it just looked like we would have had some more from radar. We're in the 20s. We're also up a little higher there. And then Denver is at 32 degrees. Still a little chilly out in the plains where leftover cloud cover, some extra snow kept us cold. But this was a two-part storm, and we are digging in another area of low pressure up above to our west. We're also swinging some extra moisture out of the Pacific towards Colorado. So here on the radar, our snow, part one, it's moving out of the way. It was just a little slower to do so all the way back to Colorado. Part two is kind of gearing up and getting ready to push in tonight. Can you see a swirl in both systems? There's kind of a general swirl off to the Midwest right here, and there's another general swirl over Vegas, the Four Corner area. So that's good. Means that area of low pressure is doing its thing, and my hope is that we can get another good drop of moisture in the state. We really need it. Now for skiers through the high country, there will be more snow tonight through tomorrow morning. I think the San Juans will probably soak up a little bit more of that snowfall. You get to Telluride just about an inch or two, but Wolf Creek area will probably do better. And Monarch, Southwest Flow, we might be able to get one close to 2 inches. Now what about here at home? The rest of the day, we're dry. But as we get towards this evening, and 4 o'clock, we start to get a little darker. You almost consider that this evening, this time of year. But between about 4 to 8 o'clock, there should be some sort of snow shower trying to develop in the Pikes Peak region. I think the model's a little bit too aggressive with that snow, but I do think we could see some, again, generally after 4 o'clock, and maybe just some stray flurries from Pueblo west. But it seems to be targeted more in the Pikes Peak region. And then we go towards tomorrow morning. That's when the main snow arrives for everybody else. So the southern mountains, I-25 to Trinidad from Pueblo and into the plains, from 6 to 9 in the morning, we get this wave of snow. Now it's going to kick up to the north and east, give the Pikes Peak region a little bit more snow, bring some snow into the plains, and then kick out of the way. So I think that tonight there could be some tricky spots perhaps in the Pikes Peak region, but then tomorrow morning, hopefully after the prime commute, we could pick up a little bit more. Here's how much I think is going to fall. We really need the modeling after 3 o'clock this afternoon to come in to tighten these numbers down, because when I put those numbers together from this morning's modeling and even recent modeling, I had to kind of eyeball and subtract how much snow is out there from the models. So remember, a little bit more snow this evening in Colorado Springs, some more through tomorrow morning, and then we're dry out in time and we warm up a little bit better from Thursday into Friday. Pueblo, I think for the most part we're dry this evening. Can't rule out kind of a brief snow shower, but it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday morning is probably when we have the best chance for our next snowfall. And then we look to the future. I just see 50s. We're a little bit warmer at the end of the week. Canyon City, can't rule out a little snow shower this evening. Accumulation really shouldn't be much. It's more tomorrow morning. We should get our better passage of snow. 50s on the end of the week. And finally, Woodland Park, I could see Lake Springs maybe grabbing a few inches this evening. And then we'll get a little bit more tomorrow morning, but we're warmer and dry by Thursday, Friday.